Yeah, so I thought I'll talk. I know it's a bit late, but I thought I'll talk about the Wii U and what my impressions are and Nintendo itself. But first, let me address a few things. I know I haven't been releasing that many videos recently because I've been a bit busy. Hopefully that'll, go back to normal. I'll just pump up more videos soon. If you wonder what happened to Prince of Persia 2008, I'm trying to get back to the point where I was because if you remember, my PlayStation 3 died, and I had to actually get a new console. Well, I traded out for a new console with Sony itself. So my hard drive had to be reformatted again. Jesus. I did have data saved, but this was data that was saved when I was doing the Castlevania Lords of Shadow Let's Play. Yeah, that time when my PlayStation 3 died. You remember that? Some do, some don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But that's fine. So I didn't have any Prince of Persia saved play, so I had to redo the whole thing again, and it was fucking boring. I'm getting back to that point soon. I think I've only got like 2 more things to do in that, and that's it. It'll be up and running again. And then I could just move on to another game. I don't know reasons why I'm not doing a lot of Let's Plays is because there's a lot of games I wanted to play and completed. Last week I just completed The Witcher 2, and funny enough, on release date, I got Infamous 2, and I completed it on the same day. That's how much time I spent on that. Oh dear. I know. And right now I'm playing Dirt 3. So yeah. That's pretty much what I'm doing. But anyway, to the Wii U. There's actually not a lot to talk about the Wii U because it's not showed a lot, but it did explain what it's gonna have, or at least what I think it's gonna have, unless they're gonna change it. I know this is like a prototype device they've got. At first, I was so confused, thinking that, the Wii U. I'm thinking, is this a new console or is this a new controller? And I think it's actually both. I don't know. Actually, I think what it is the Wii remotes are compatible with the new Wii console, so you can play your Wii games. Great. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't like the Wii that much. I have my reasons. Okay. So the Wii U. When I first saw the Wii U, I thought, Apple iPad. And no, it's not that's a controller. There's actually a console bit. Amazing, I know. I actually thought this was like a weird portable device this is made up. Another portable device. You just released one, now you release another one. But no, this is actually the controller, and it's large for a controller. I know it's got a touchscreen and all, but it is a big controller. I don't think it is going to be that heavy, but I wonder if over time it's going to become heavy, kind of like Apple's iPad, where at first it wasn't heavy, but when you hold it for like a long period of time, it generally becomes heavier. Anyone with an Apple iPad would know what I'm talking about. Other things, I think the only good thing I could see about this is you don't really have to pause the game when you go into the inventory screen. So the inventory screen is on the touchscreen, kind of like the DS in a sort of respect, which I quite like. Which I know Metal Gear Snake Eater is coming on the 3DS, and I could see that improving a lot of features that game had. Where if you want to change the camouflage, you have to pause the game, do this, do that, do that. It was a pain in the ass. But anyway, we're talking about the Wii U. I think it's got a gyroscope. Is this supposed to be some sort of motion sensing? Sorry, I just don't like the motion sensing. I don't know how bad the motion sensing is going to be bad in this console, but I hope it's nowhere as bad as the Wii remote, because the fucking thing didn't work very well. I'll explain about that later. But I know there's a couple of games. I don't think they really showed much games. I mean, I know Darksiders 2 is coming out for the Wii U as well, but they showed PlayStation 3 footage of that, and I don't know how good the high definition graphics would be in the Wii U. I know it's not a big issue thing, but still, I'm quite concerned about that. It doesn't really feel like a new console at all. It kind of feels like next generation 1.5 or something like that. That's my issues. But anyway, I can't really talk about the console itself. I think it just showed the controller a lot more than anything else. It also showed that you could browse the internet with it, which I don't know why you would do that, because I kind of seen a demo of that, or at least a trailer for that, and it kind of looks slow and sluggish and nowhere near as effective as the iPad itself. And of course the iPad's got a giant screen. This is about 6 inches wide, the screen. So I don't know why you would want to do that. I know you can play games off it, I believe. I don't know if there's any particular games or certain games. But yeah, again, if you can do that, if games love an inventory screen, wouldn't that sort of leave it pointless? You know, kind of like keeping it separate and all that. I know you can use the Wii U controller. If you're playing first person shooter, you could use it as an iron sight. And I've seen the trailer for that. I think someone had a Wii remote and his fucking controller on top of it, you know, clipped on. I'm like, what the hell? That's gonna be heavy. That's gonna be a pain in the ass to move around. And really, I don't want to play first-person shooters on a Wii remote, because the Wii remote is kind of feel like it's just as responsive as trying to move your hand in wallpaper paste, really. That's how responsive the Wii remote is. It's fucking broken. Even with the Wii Plus, it's broken. I just can't stand the fucking Wii remote and motion sensing itself. And I don't know what Sony's motion sensing controller is like. I know it's exactly like I know it's exactly the same design as the Wii remote, but I don't know how effective it is because it uses a camera instead of a sensoring bar. But I think that's a piece of shit as well. You know, I haven't got, but I believe it is a piece of shit. Oh dear. It seems to be only Microsoft's got the right idea, but yeah, again, it's still a gimmicky piece of crap, really. And there's not much games for that Kinect. But anyway, back to the Wii U. Sorry about this. I also heard you can put it. If you're playing golf, you could put it on the floor and swing at it. I'm like, wait a minute, you want to look at the golf ball on the ground and just what? Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. So I don't know how motion sensing is going to work on this, which I just sorry, it's just troublesome. But hey, at least it's got 2 analog sticks now. Thank Christ for that. You know, that was always the biggest problem with the Wii itself. Wii remote itself, you know, it only had 1 analog stick. You know, there's a reason why we have 2 analog sticks these days. And some game developers don't get that fucking idea, let alone console developers. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, there's nothing much to talk about. I can see this working in a way. It has got potential, but I just don't seem excited about it. And coming from Nintendo, I wasn't impressed with the Wii. Actually, Nintendo hasn't been doing that well. Haven't been really doing that well. You know, there was the GameCube, there was Nintendo Wii, and I know it sold very well, but here's the reasons why the Nintendo Wii sold very well. The second reason is the main reason, but the first reason, the promise of motion control technology, which sort of makes you feel like you're in the game, which never makes you feel the game. It just takes you right out of the fucking game. It makes your wrist hurt as hell, and it's just a chore to do anything. You know, only casual gamers like this sort of thing. Hardcore gamers, no. But you know, seriously, fuck the casual gamers, and fuck you, casual gamers, you bastards. Going back to your Wii remote, I'm sorry. And the second reason, the third reason should be the most important reason. The second reason is because they keep saying, oh, we're friendly, and we keep your health up. I'm like, no, you don't. Look, you don't need to play console. You don't need to play games to keep your health up. Just move around. Do something. You know, I do push-ups. I run on the spot. You know, there's not a fucking lot you need to do to keep healthy. Or at least keep yourself in good health, at least. But that's because I got a taekwondo. I don't know. Jesus.